Let me guess, everyone's telling you to run ads on Facebook and run ads on Google and post to Instagram like 90 times a month just to get these high ticket coaching clients in the door. But what if I told you that YouTube, not Instagram, not Facebook, not Google, is the place that you should be posting on consistently to land high ticket coaching clients or high ticket clients in any industry? YouTube. Yes, everyone's talking about YouTube, but why? Why are people starting to recommend that you post on YouTube instead of these other platforms? And one of the reasons is because it's long form content. Think about yourself on TikTok or Instagram Reels, just swiping. Maybe you do find a video that you really like and you watch all 30 seconds of it. Do you end up clicking over and purchasing? No, you don't, because you're in this kind of endless doom scrolling swiping mode. Now, take yourself and imagine you're watching a YouTube video. It could even be on a big screen television in your living room, it could be on your computer or your phone, it doesn't really matter. But look, you're sitting down for 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes watching a video all the way through, and typically you're spending that time because you want to learn something. So what does that actually mean? What is the benefit of them watching long form content? Well, it's going to help them know, like, and trust you. The more content that they consume from you, the more likely that they'll end up purchasing down the line. And we're talking about high ticket here, right? And you can kind of take this scenario as an example. Imagine somebody comes to your website for whatever reason through whatever channel and they book a call. Show up rates to that call will probably be somewhere around 50% or less. But in the time that it takes them to go from booking the call to showing up to the call, if you can send them YouTube videos, if they can consume, 20 minutes, 60 minutes, maybe multiple hours of content, it's going to increase the likelihood that they show up to that call because they're just going to know more about you. And then the second part to that is they're already going to be warmed up once they get on that call. So you have a much better chance of actually closing them on that call. So yes, that is one of the reasons we call that nurturing, or, turning cold traffic into warm traffic through YouTube, through long form content. And that's the first reason that you need to be posting on YouTube. Now, the second reason that makes YouTube the best platform is the discoverability. All these other platforms are so hard to get discovered on. I mean, podcasts are probably the worst. We're talking about audio podcasts that you post up onto Spotify and Apple Podcasts. It's pretty much impossible to get discoverability. I mean, yeah, the apps will recommend a few podcasts here and there, but it's really hard to grow an audio podcast. And Instagram and Facebook and TikTok, they do offer discoverability, right? They will promote your video to people that they feel is interested in that. It'll show up in your For You feed, right? But like I said before, that short form content is not very valuable because people are in this swipe mode, and it normally does not turn into, ad revenue or leads for your business. The strategy that most people use on those TikTok platforms and stuff is they send people over to the full YouTube video or to their YouTube channel so that they can consume more content and then really get to know what you're all about. But there's nothing quite as good as the YouTube algorithm when it comes to putting your videos in front of people that they think would actually be interested. I mean, it's the best algorithm in my opinion. And that's great. That's marketing for you, right? I've heard people say that their YouTube channel is like a marketing team sending leads into their business, because that's exactly what YouTube's going to do. If somebody lands on one of your videos, they watch it, maybe they hit the like button, maybe they comment, maybe they subscribe, maybe they don't do anything but just watch a good majority of it. The next time that they open up the app on their phone or they open it up on their desktop, YouTube is going to recommend another one of your videos to them. They'll be showing them that thumbnail. And if the user clicks on that, that's going to get them what's called a browse view. It's just a traffic source that YouTube uses to identify clicks from that homepage that the algorithm is actually recommending. And like I said, they're recommending your videos out to people that have shown interest in your content already, and they're actually interested in what you have to say and are part of your target market. And I'm talking about your target market as in like customers, right? Like YouTube is showing your videos to people that they think would be great customers for your business. But how do you do it? How do you get YouTube to actually recommend your videos? Well, that's when you need to understand the algorithm, and you need to create great videos that people will click and that they will watch all the way through. And that's really the name of the game. So when it starts with the click, you want to make sure that you have a good idea, a good topic, a good title, a good thumbnail, and those things together can really entice somebody to click. And then once they do click, of course, you need to hook them, you need to retain them, And then you need to call them to action to go over to your website to get a free lead magnet, make a purchase or something like that, to where you can actually turn that viewer into a lead. Okay, so how do you do it? What kind of content should you be creating if you are maybe selling some sort of high ticket or coaching product? And it's pretty simple. Think about your ideal customer. Think about what their problems are and then solve them with your YouTube video. So I don't know, maybe your coaching business is teaching people how to set up email marketing and SMS follow-up stuff. Maybe that's kind of what your offer is. You coach people on that. There's a little bit of done for you. That's your business. Well, you can think, what kind of problems do people typically struggle with when it comes to email marketing? Create videos around those problems that are solving those kind of problems for people. And then when people have those kind of pain points, those issues, then they search on YouTube, there's your video, it's showing up, they're clicking it. And now somebody is going to get value from you. You're going to help them solve their problem. And that's going to earn the click. It's going to earn the trust. And then that should turn into a lead or a customer for your business. Another good part about creating problem-solving content is that's going to help position you as the authority in that space. So, maybe a year down the line when that person is thinking, I really should hire somebody for this email marketing part of my business. Oh, I remember John, who had the YouTube video, who had the whole YouTube channel about that. He's got hundreds of videos there that teach you, oh, he knows what he's talking about. I'm going to go to his website. I'm going to fill out his form. I'm going to book that call with him. And who knows, I'm going to sign up with him. So it does help you kind of build yourself as an authority in the space. And what happens to a lot of people is they start creating YouTube videos. Other people in the industry, right, see them as an authority and see that they know what they're talking about. They start inviting them to come speak at email marketing events and different things and doing different collaborations with different content creators in the same space. And all that stuff together, because of your YouTube channel, allows you to grow your business. But just creating YouTube videos, well, that's not enough. You also need a website that viewers from those YouTube videos can click on, go over to your website, and whether it's a squeeze page or something or to purchase, it could be any kind of offer, but you need that part set up. And then in your videos, you're actually going to verbally call people to action by saying, hey, if you're interested in X, Y, and Z, click the first link in the description, head over to my website, and I will hook you up. And those kind of calls to actions are important. A lot of people actually don't even include them, but make sure that at the end of your videos that you are calling people to action. And if you get enough videos with enough viewership coming in, people will be constantly clicking on those links and going over to your website. And that is warm traffic that will convert. Plus, YouTube is a great place to send people from your other kind of channels. Maybe somebody opts into your email list, and in that first email, they're not going to purchase a $10,000 program. So where should you send them to? Send them to YouTube. Let them consume content. And like I said before, it's like a marketing team for your business, because after they consume one video, they're going to get recommended more videos. And this is actually a new strategy that a lot of marketers are starting to do. They're not sending their traffic to their website to a VSL, a traditional VSL with a calendar or an email opt-in. They're actually sending people to a VSL that's on their YouTube channel with a link at the bottom to click and go and book the call. But the reason that people are starting to do this now is because of that kind of that retargeting, of that organic retargeting that YouTube does. Like I said before, and we keep talking about, the next time they open up the app, here's another one of your videos. And so people are really like, doing something on some other platform on Google. Maybe they got a blog post that's ranking, but they're clicking people all the way back to YouTube so that YouTube will start serving them more of your videos to warm them up. And so it's important that you optimize all of your videos to be discoverable. That means you have that custom thumbnail, you have a great video with all the fundamentals that it takes to make a great video on YouTube. I would say if you're just getting started on YouTube, the first thing you need to check and master is like the videography fundamentals. Is your lighting good? Is your audio good? Do you have a nice background behind you with some depth? The camera presence too, right? Like you can't just be boring. You can have great lighting and great audio, a great camera, but if you're boring on camera and your camera presence is terrible, well, the videos aren't gonna get views. And then you need the strategy. And if you can combine all that together and make really good videos, then yes, you will trigger the algorithm and you will start getting promoted to your dream clients. And so as you're creating content, you might already have like an email list. You might already have a website. You can use this content on YouTube to further nurture those leads, to give you something to send out so you're not just sending promotion in your email list. You can send, content promotion, content promotion. Also, it's just kind of a good starting ground to repurpose these YouTube videos into vertical videos that you can post on Instagram and TikTok and those other places, as well as Reels, so that you can, become more discoverable there. And kind of the strategy there is to send people from your TikTok to your YouTube channel, or from your Instagram to your YouTube channel, and kind of try to get the most bang for your buck from these YouTube videos. And finally, it's not like you need 1 million views on YouTube in order to make this whole thing work. Like I said, YouTube's going to show your video to specific people that are really, really targeted to your niche. Therefore, 100 views could turn into a $10,000 sale. It's not about going viral. It's about targeting the right people and helping them solve their problems with your content. And those are the things that make YouTube so powerful for people that have coaching businesses and high ticket service businesses as well. So there you go. Start showing up on YouTube consistently, and the platform, it will reward you with clients and leads for your business. So if you need help with anything YouTube related, head over to vidchops.com, and we got video editors, thumbnail designers, and every little thing that you would need to continue producing great content online. So head over to vidchops.com, and I will see you guys over there.